Okay, Team WAOC, this is a wrap for 2021. I hope you've reached all the goals that you had set, but if you haven't, well, that's fine as well. We're on to 2022 next. I'm going to make it my best year yet. I'm going to plan, have my goals documented, know what I want, and go achieve it. I had planned on reviewing 2021 today, but realized that all of that is in the past, and I'm interested in moving forward, not really looking backwards. Now, I think looking back can be important sometimes, like if we made a mistake and want to learn from it. However, I bet we've already examined it from every direction when it happened. So, do we need to go backwards and revisit it? Not today and not in 2022. I am only going forward this year, and I hope you feel the same way. Okay, enough about 2021. It is done. So let's see. I need to change notepads real quick since we're not going to be recapping the aforementioned. Here we go. Let me tell you how I'm starting the new year and some ideas that I've helped others with. I've been giving a 6-week leadership class. Actually, we're in week 1, and I have to say that this group has been the best yet. I have a new account manager, a new payroll supervisor, an office manager, a new frontline supervisor, and a recruiter office admin that really helps to keep everything running at her office, and a local HR manager kind of rounding out this session. We're having a blast looking at both our personal and professional missions, goals, defining our roadblocks, and developing our action plans for us as individuals. A real quick side note, this same class will be held in March and open to all of our listeners free of charge. Check out the website, give me till around February if you'd like to enroll. I've been asked several times by our listeners to share if it's better to make a career out of being a machine operator, order selector, forklift driver, going into transportation maybe, or entering into a management role. Yeah, so I basically did put 3 or 4 questions together there. However, and honestly, there is not a right or wrong choice. Maybe with the exception of making a career out of order selecting. If you're a long-time listener, you'll know that I think order selecting, whether in a low or high productivity setting, is a great job. But it's a job that will need an exit plan or strategy to get out of. It's a great position to make a lot of money with, but not particularly a long-term career. In my experience, the order selector should accept the position knowing that in, 2, 5, or maybe 10 years, that he or she will be moving on. I've seen a lot of order selectors make great forklift drivers and maybe inventory control clerks or receivers. A lot of them move on into frontline positions and roles as leads or supervisors. Order selectors just need a plan, is all I'm saying. Okay, so here's my honest answer. Ladies and gentlemen, I think any job in warehousing or transportation can be a great career. I know people that have made great lives for themselves and their families in every position that we've talked about here at WAOC. The key is just loving your job. One of my best friends has been doing warehouse sanitation for 23 years, and it's over on the freezer side. He owns a beautiful home and has put 2 kids through college. His oldest son chose a different path and owns his own carpet cleaning business. Another longtime friend has been with the same company for 34 years. He's been a stand-up reach lift operator for the last 26 of those years. Another gentleman that I'm honored to call a friend has been with the same distribution facility for 31 years and has been their dry side supervisor for 19 of those years. Each of those people has turned down several promotions or transfers throughout their careers. They love their jobs and made careers out of them. Each of them are the best of the best at their positions. Did you notice the longevity each of them had with their companies? That's how to make a career out of a job. And each one of you can do the exact same thing. Whether your passion and experiences are in the manufacturing environment, or on the production side of things, or maybe the distribution part of the supply chain. Oh, and a real quick, let me defend myself for a minute. A few weeks ago, I was accused of being a little partial to distribution. I am. But that's where my passion was realized. I did about 4 years at a manufacturing facility and another 4 or 5 at a production plant, and then 27 at a distribution center, working in both the warehouse and transportation environments. I found that I enjoyed every position in the distribution world. I started as a loader and left as a member of the management team. Back to what I was saying though. Any of the positions in any industry that touches the supply chain is a great job, and that job can become a great career. It is solely up to us. We do control our success, not our employers, our bosses, nor our management teams. We do. And that's what WAOC is all about. Sharing how to be successful. Okay. Okay seems to be my go-to word here today, isn't it? Anyway, there's my answer to what positions I think make the best careers. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about what I started out saying regarding moving forward in 2022. If you make a plan for where you want to be in 6 months, 8 months, and 12 months, you will achieve it. I know that's a bold statement, and yes, life gets in the way sometimes. But if you factor that into your plan and work daily at it, you will reach that goal. Just this week, I spoke to a lady's brother that was planning on changing careers from the service industry, retail I think it was, to warehousing. He had helped her identify a facility that had general labor openings all the time. Her plan was to start out in the packing department. Within 1 year, she wanted to move over to the unloading and receiving department. Then she wanted to move into the pallet runner position. She planned on having her pallet jack operator's license by year 2. Her next task, as written in her plan, was to go to the second shift as a replenishment forklift operator and spend year 3 there, getting, nights out of the way. Within 5 years, her goal was to be a member of management as a lead or a supervisor. With a plan laid out and detailed like that, she may very well be a manager in 5 or 6 years. She's done her homework. She identified a company that she wanted to work with, a facility that had the opportunities she was looking for, and located within the driving distance she could commit to, and knows what she wants to be doing in 5 years. She'll be successful. Real quick, I've kind of hinted at our planning and new goals over the last 6 or 7 weeks. Seriously though, are you ready to be successful and start preparing for your retirement and the security for your families? We're all probably going to make a New Year's resolution in the next 2 days. By the way, Google and Oxford Languages tells us that a resolution is a firm decision to do or not do something. I got lost there going back to definitions. I was going to say that those resolutions will probably be unrealized. New Year's resolutions usually do. Know why? I think it's because resolutions are just thoughts. We don't typically make plans for those resolutions. To succeed takes having goals. And achieving goals requires planning. And planning requires commitments from ourselves. Remember, we control our own success. It's a new year, ladies and gentlemen. Be ready for it. Write it down. Know it. Then go achieve it. We control it. Happy New Year. Make it the best year yet and the safest year that you've ever had.